Hey y'all, welcome back to my channel. It's me, Trey, aka Expression, and I am back with another video. And Happy New Year to everybody. Now, in this video, I'm going to be talking about things that I've learned in 2021 and also what I'm looking forward to in 2022. Oh, wait, that rhymed. What I'm looking forward to in 2022 with the Listen, y'all ain't ready. Listen, I got bars, okay? But before I get discombobulated and lose my train of thought, because y'all know how I go, let's get into the video. Oh yeah, and as y'all can see, I am in the park today because y'all know I'm a nature boy. I'm all up in my elements or whatever. So if y'all hear any like loud noises or whatever, there's a highway right here. But I'm pretty sure y'all shouldn't hear anything because this mic is supposed to like mute out most of the sound. So yes, let's get into the video. All right, y'all. So the first thing that I learned in 2021, and I think this is a really big one, is seeking validation and also fear of failure. Now I put those two together because in my head, they go hand in hand. And I really had to think about it though, because I think most people, they say, yeah, stop seeking validation, stop doing that. But you never really get to the root of why you're seeking validation. So I really had to like sit with it. And I'm like, okay, why am I seeking validation? And then you just ask yourself a series of questions and you get to the root of it. And for me, the root was the fear of failure. And I equated this, I went back and I thought about like my school days because I was really good in school, except math. I hated math, but every other subject, it was good. So the fear of failure, it basically births seeking validation. So in school, you know how we take tests, right? You have A, B, C, and D is all of the above. So you are taught to weigh the pros and the cons, the pluses and the minuses, you know, and then you make a decision based on the data that you collected. So with that being said, that translates into adult life, or at least in my adult life, it translated to me asking other people, what should I do in certain situations, or like making decisions about my own life. And I came to the realization that no one can really give you the answer to anything. I mean, in school it works, but that doesn't translate so well in real life, because when it comes to your life, everyone's journey or life is unique. So you can't really seek validation from others because no two people have the same path, you know? So that was kind of a hard pill to swallow. And once I realized that, and I still do have a fear of failure. So I'm not going to sit here and act like it's all gone. No, I still have, you know, some of that, but not nearly as much. But I realize how paralyzing that can be, because I was supposed to act on many things this year that I didn't act upon. Last year that I didn't act upon because I didn't want to fail. You know, you ask 10 people the same question and you will get 10 different answers, and rightfully so, because like I said, every person has their own journey and they can only give you advice based on their experiences. So when it comes to seeking validation and you know, just asking others input, it's fine to hear other people's input, but for me, the validation stops, you know, asking what I should do in this. I just realized you have to do it, and if you fail, oh well, it's a lesson learned and you keep on moving. So that was one of the main lessons I learned in 2021 was stop seeking validation, external validation. The only validation you need is your own validation, because that's the only one that really matters in the end. All right, y'all, moving on to number 2. The second thing I learned in 2021 was the importance of learning how to process and express your emotions and feelings. So this is a topic that I feel that many people don't like to talk about, especially men, when it comes to men, because number one, we aren't taught how to express or even process emotions. You practically aren't supposed to have them, you know? I mean, which I don't know who made that rule, but they lied. So I learned the importance of it because you don't realize how big of a factor it plays in your life. Like, it plays a huge role because your emotions and your feelings, they are always in the background. So they affect all your relationships. They affect how you perceive things, the kind of relationships you have, and just how you treat people, you know? So I think it's really worthwhile, like learning how to process and understand your emotions and then expressing them in a way that can be beneficial, because I think it leads to problems, communicating with other people, like no one can read your mind. Well, maybe they can, but you know what I mean? Like no one can really read your mind. So you have to learn how to process and express it in a way that will be understood. So with that being said, I always say whatever emotion you have, whether it's negative, good, whatever, you ask yourself, okay, why do I feel this way? Particularly negative emotions, because no one really questions positive emotions. They just question the negative ones. So if you're like having negative thoughts and things like that, instead of pushing them away, like I shouldn't be having these thoughts, I shouldn't think like this. No, those thoughts are trying to teach you something. That's what I learned. Those thoughts actually have a message in them that you need to learn or that you need to hear. And it's something that you probably aren't even aware of. But typically, if you ask yourself, okay, how does this feel? And then, okay, what is this thought trying to tell me? What can I link this to? And when you start asking questions, it starts like revealing itself, and then you get to the root of it. And once you get to the root of it, you can like change whatever it is that's causing that. And then you realize that you really have a lot of power, more power over your emotions than you ever thought you had. So yeah, definitely learning how to process and express it in a healthy manner, I would say, is definitely worthwhile. So that is the second thing that I've learned. And so the last one, and I think this is probably the most important thing that I've learned in 2021, is I learned what I value most. And for me, what I value most is self-expression and relationship with myself. So when I say that, I mean like just being my authentic self. I realize the power and the value in that. When you put yourself first, you just see things change and things happen. And when I say things change and things happen, I mean like in the best way possible. For me, I feel I have deeper connections with people now. Somebody almost got hit. Anyways, yeah, I see that I have deeper connections with people now. It's not just like on a superficial level, like a social media level. No, it's like I see you, you see me, we see each other, okay? Like we see past the mask or whatever. And that's why I put me first, because I know most people, like, your values are probably like family and all that. Of course I value my family. I value my relationships. I value everything else. But what comes first for me is me. My relationship with me, because your relationship with yourself, it sets the tone for every other relationship you will ever have in this world. So, and also, you're born by yourself, you're going to die by yourself, so you damn well better like the person you are, or you go to sleep with yourself. You know, you wake up with yourself. You always are with you. So if you don't like you, then nobody can really help you. You know what I'm saying? So that's why, for me, self-expression and the relationship, fostering the relationship that I have with myself, that's number one. And everything else and anything else I have time for, that comes second. So that's just how I see it. Obviously, I am aware, and I know that most people don't perceive, you know, the world like that, and that's completely fine. I'm just letting you know from my standpoint, I am first and foremost in my life. I'm first, and then everybody else benefits from my relationship with me. So that is what I learned in 2021, and what I'm looking forward to in 2022. I was about to go off. Y'all just don't understand. They call me MC Trey out here in these streets. Y'all better listen. Y'all better ask about me. Let me stop. No, but what I'm looking forward to in 2022 is number one, just being in more alignment with myself, with who I am, who I know myself to be, and also introducing you guys officially to expression. I don't think you guys really, like I always say, this is Trey, aka expression, but I feel like you guys always get Trey and you never get expression. So I'm looking forward to officially revealing expression to y'all in 2022. Now, just to give y'all a little insight or a little preview on who expression is me, obviously. I hate the word alter ego, but to make it make sense, I'm just going to put that label on it, alter ego. It is me, but it is definitely a more creative side of me, and it is, in my opinion, I would say it's the most authentic version of me, because I feel like it's the perfect balance between the divine masculine and the divine feminine. that all of us have within us. But expression is just fluid, just moves in between both of them like it's nothing. And as far as creativity, it's just like out of this world. So I am super excited to introduce you guys to expression. Just has many talents, you know, many talents that I'm still exploring myself. But yeah, in 2022, you guys are definitely going to be introduced to expression and what he's got going on, because he got a lot going on. That's all I'm going to say. So I'm really excited for you guys to meet expression in 2022. And I wish you guys a happy new year, and may all your dreams, wishes, and anything else you got going on come true. And I will see you guys very shortly in my next video. And yeah, stay tuned. Bye.